Hey, it's Cooper here with Big D Services. We're with another episode, classroom of marketing your business for free. We've been building up to the paperwork now of building your business. And so now today we're going to go across the structure of making your media release. Now your media release is a formidable documentation of why somebody should do business with you, who and what you're doing business, and the information that you're going to send out to your media sources within your area. You're going to post your media in all your electronic devices, but you're also going to use your media. You're going to use your media as a bridge to additional information. Also, when you look at your building your media release, you are working to have the media reach back to you as a source of information. And as you build your media contact list, it gives you more exposure. So it's like telling two friends to tell two friends to tell two friends. The hard part about it is you have to give the media content in order to reach to you for their source of information. So what you're doing when you're building your media release, you're going to put your information together. You're going to go, what is the business that you do? Are you a dog trainer, for example, what we do in our business? Are you a dog trainer? Do you have a department store? Do you have any type of just structure? Are you a contractor? Do you clean ponds? Do you paving? So those are just samples of business reflections of what. Then you can go into the who. Who are you? What is your business name? What is a little bit about your background? What's your history? Just a paragraph or so, and just giving an outline of the history of your business. Like, take for example, okay, what are we? Big D's Dog Training. Who are we? Well, Big D's, founded by myself, Cooper, built the company, started training dogs in the late 60s, have trained dogs all the way through till present, training bomb dogs, drug dogs, search and rescue dogs, service dogs, doing bomb dog instruction and handling work for the Air Force, being the only distinguished honor grad for the Air Force, going through college at University of Wisconsin River Falls, graduating from there, doing an extension college program via the Air Force, getting my PhD through an extension program through the Air Force. So when you look at, that's the who. Then you put together your when. Your when, it's kind of complicated because you're going to have to create your when. Do you have a business that's, open on weekends? Or you create a when of an event that you're hosting, like maybe a sale, or maybe a fundraiser, or an introductory event, like a grand opening, or a lost leader type situation where you're a giveaway, or a dance contest, or some type of event that you create, so that you have a time frame, like an Action Dog Nationals, where you have a time frame that it's happening on this date. Everybody's invited to come, and here's the information of the when. And then that gives you the ability of the where. But if you're marketing a store, and this is not a grand opening, or it could be a refreshing, where you're doing a marketing or an advertising piece to let people know that you exist, and you have to cover the where. For example, Big D's Dog Training, our where can change because we go through to dog shows across the country. So today we could be in Florida for the Nationals. We could be out in New York for Westminster. We could be down in Kentucky for the Kentucky Cluster. We could be in Illinois for the international show. So, or you could be in Hutchinson, Minnesota for the IBECA shows. Any one of those opportunities are a where. Then you have to cover the how. How does your client get a hold of you? How do they get your services and use your services? What is expected? The how also encompasses, how one person can refer a person to you, or your contact source of information, where you're located, how they can get to you, direction information wise. depending on where you're at in your media release. And then you have to cover in your media release why the client should do business with you, why the marketing or media source should use your information as far as expert in the field. And as we discussed earlier, no matter how you present your information, as soon as you put your information out there public, you have those that have never done what you've done, that might be envious of what you've done, so you get their naysaying attitudes toward you. The situation when you do a press release and that type of thing happens, use that as fuel to benefit you later, to springboard you forward. Every single time that somebody pays attention to your press release, your information, your marketing, your advertising, use it as a springboard to move yourself forward. So in talking about the media release, you want to make sure that for our next lesson that we're going to cover, I want you to sit down, write a paragraph on what your company is, or what your area of sales are, or what you want to accomplish, or how you want people to understand what you are. I want you to cover who your business is, what your business name is if you haven't created, if you're working on that creation process, who, when. Start thinking about events or reasons for releasing this information. You're doing a press release now to expose, just to tell people about it. Oh, be aware we have a spring information piece. For example, when wintertime comes, I do a press release on FYI to changes of temperature. They're also the same type of FYI happens when we do a summer release. And then we also have an FYI when we do our first aid clinic or our scent dog clinic. So some of these education processes that you do can be your when. Then your where, whether you have a brick and mortar shop or your online presence, whether it be your where or just your website, or your where can be your Facebook page or your Google business page, or one of those types of contact sources of where. How they can get a hold of you and how they can do business with you is your how, and then why. Why should they call Big D's Dog Training in reference to having their dogs trained? Because Big D's Dog Training is the only training company that has the animal science side as well as the military side as well as the practical application of the city side. One of the few companies that has the obedience, confirmation, hunting, and skill side along with the confirmation side, as well as over 40 years experience in training dogs professionally. So, and certifying search and rescue dogs in the United States, and doing the benefit of being around the world and training dogs from England to Italy to France, just being in all those locations and working animals, having the opportunity to work with some of the big, great dog trainers out there. So that's the why. So as you look at the information that we just provided, sit down, jot down some notes for your media release, and then if you'd like, shoot us an email, subscribe below, ask for comments, give us your email address, and we can give you sample examples of press media releases that you can highlight and follow, so you don't have to go 100% exactly the same, but it gives you an outline of what to follow. We can give you that outline. As I said, subscribe below. If you want additional information, check us out. And the nice thing about doing the marketing for free is it is exactly that. You have to do the legwork, but it is a free source of exposing your information. The legwork is the tough part, but it does work. And so for all those that are now working through Big D's Dog Training Services marketing for free, and Big D Services, and they're marketing themselves and finding out that it is causing their phone to ring and they are getting additional emails, it does work. So thanks for tuning in. Feel free to share. Click and subscribe. Send us your comments and questions. We'll be more than happy to get a hold of you. Tune in for our next class. Right now, do your media release, structure of information, answer those questions, and we'll catch you guys next time.